Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Salmons, and in each episode, we'll uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, I'm super excited to be joined by Andrea Arezzo, founder of Arezzo Advertising, a digital marketing and growth agency that helps coaches and service-based entrepreneurs attract high-quality, high-paying clients through optimization ad funnel systems. With a mission to take the marketing burden off coaches so they can focus on delivery and freedom, Andy has helped dozens of coaches scale their clients' acquisitions and revenue. Andy, welcome to Founders Future. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and I'm excited to dive in and learn more about your journey. So, with all of my guests, I do actually like to start at the beginning. So, if you don't mind taking me back to what it was that you was doing before you started up at Arezzo Advertising, and then from there, what was the motivation behind it?
Oh my God, I was doing so much. I was trying so many different business ventures, but I would say it started back when I was in high school because my
Mm-hmm.
grades were not the best. I wanted to be a lawyer, but obviously my grades weren't exactly good enough for that. And so I had this one class in high school that was marketing, and which was not related to anything that I do today. It was more like colors and shapes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I found it very interesting. So I was like, this is something I definitely could do. And so I
love
started
it.
looking at courses and stuff like that. And I was like, this seems like something I would like.
Beautiful. And so straight out, so like obviously always had the itch to be a founder then, always wanted to kind of start off your own venture and start your own business. Do you reckon that came from somewhere, or is it just like inside of you ready to come out?
No, I think because my entire family's like taxi driver, maid, like
Nice.
waitress, my entire family. But since I could talk when I was very little, when my grandma would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? It would be like, I want to be rich. I want to be my own boss. So honestly, I have no idea where it came from. It's always been there.
Yeah, I've been there from the start. And I think
Yeah.
that's the driving force for most founders, it's like, I don't know what I want to do. I just want to be rich and I want to be my own boss. And we're going to find out how along the
Yeah.
way. I
Yeah.
love it. So let's dive into Arezzo advertising a little bit more. So walk me through, like, who would you say at this point is your ideal customer? And then from there, how is it you help them and how do you support them?
So my ideal clients are coaches that are already established. They have a lot of clients, they have the sales system, they know what they're doing. They're obviously very knowledgeable and in
Mm,
helping their clients, but they're missing that little piece of getting clients like repeatedly, like the premium clients that actually pay them well. So that's
yeah.
where I come in. I basically set up their marketing so that they continue to get those clients basically.
Amazing. So on like, is it more back end marketing or front end though? Because obviously, as you mentioned, learning in school, you have like colors, shape, and like what people like to look at, or you actually have like the in-depth marketing that goes on behind the scenes. I'm guessing that's kind of where you sit.
Oh, the entire thing.
Yeah.
Everything from like the ads to the system to absolutely everything. We
Nice.
even in some cases we will like develop the niche, the offer, the packages, as well as the ads, the websites, the funnel, everything.
Beautiful. So pretty much like the whole thing, and we can take it from there.
Yeah,
So
that's why I say to my clients the whole package.
yeah, literally. So Andy, walk me through then what it'd be like to work with you. Typically, like how long do you spend with a client? Like what does the program look like itself?
So we do a 5-month contract where we start basically with a call that's about a 3-hour call where I get to know you and everything that you do and what you have done, what has worked, what hasn't worked. And from there, we'll develop a strategy. And then we'll basically start building out that strategy. And the next, I would say 4 months is basically testing, optimizing, splitting
Okay.
like everything. Yeah.
Amazing. So, like, I suppose you must spend a lot of time with these people, like, really in depth with the business moving forward as well. So it's not just like a one-off call every now and again. You're,
No, 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 no. It's
yeah.
more like we come in as a type of like a partner, if
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, so I talk
Yeah.
to them every day. We have a Zoom call whenever they need to. Basically, also
Um,
sort of hold their hands like a friend, sort of.
sort of. When there's some things you don't want to do as a friend, but I get it. So more like a fractional CMO offer where you really go in, overturn it, and then leave it in their hands when you leave and they can
Yeah,
leave it running. Nice.
correct.
Amazing. So obviously being always in marketing, how do you go about attracting your own customers? Like what methods and what channels are you finding most effective for yourself in bringing in clients?
See, this is where it gets interesting because my main thing is running ads, right? On Meta, on Instagram. But the majority, like where I get 80% of my clients, is through my personal brand, like my Instagram account, which has like
Okay.
1,400 followers, videos of super bad quality, but it really just seems to work.
Nice. So
Yeah.
mainly, and is it mainly organic then from yourself? So you're not running ads currently for yourself, you're just using your brand
No,
and taking it from there.
no,
Amazing.
not right now.
Amazing. And how do you think you kind of managed to grow your personal brand so much then? What was the
I
training point for that?
Well, I think since I operate in the Norwegian market, there's only like three big companies, one of them being me.
Mm-hmm.
So all I had to do was figure out a way to stand out from the two big ones. So
Nice.
what I did was like I added more personality to it, and I'm also the only woman that does this. So it's more like a
Interesting.
friendly female, like you got this girl kind of vibe, as opposed to
Yeah.
hard selling.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
the softer, friendly approach. And I think women can kind of get away with that a lot more than men, which is the great thing playing to our strengths there. So, and was there like any particular reason that you chose the coaching or that kind of field in general to like go for?
Yeah, there's two reasons for that. The main one being that coaches are very like heart-driven people. They have very strong intuition. So when I come on a call like we are now, they can sense my good intentions. They can sense that I'm not here to hard sell them or make them spend money on something they shouldn't, but that my intentions are actually good. And so the second thing is that when I was growing up, I had a little bit of a troubled childhood. And the two ladies that were there for me, helping me through everything, basically navigating life, were coaches. So I
Love
was
that.
like, okay, these are the kind of people that I want to give back to.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I love that a lot. And it is like working, whether you're a coach or not, or whether you just help that kind of industry, because it is so forward serving and they're all like looking to do good with their job. It makes it so nice for you to like help that along the way and just do what you
Yeah.
can to be your part. I love it. And
Yeah.
then Andy, are you still a solopreneur yourself at the moment, or do you have a team that are helping you out on the back end of things as well?
Well, if you count my girlfriend as helping me, then I do have a team, but no. For at the moment, it's just me.
Amazing. And how are you finding wearing all those many hats between maybe your girlfriend when she wants to help out and then yourself most of the time?
It's been difficult, but it's also been really, really amazing. Like the learning curve has been like this.
Yeah.
Like I started really seeing success in April this year. So since
Beautiful.
April to now, we have done 240,000
Wow.
in dollars. So that's really, really cool. And so it's been hard navigating like all of these different hats, like you're saying.
Yeah. I suppose you
Definitely.
still obviously take the sales calls and stuff as well. How do you find that side of things? Like obviously being kind of new to that, I'm
Well,
assuming.
the sales calls, like I've invested a lot in courses and stuff like that. So the sales calls is something that I really enjoy and something that I don't think I'll ever stop doing because you really do learn a lot and you really get to know the
Yeah.
person. And I've had a few bad apples with my clients and I want to make sure that I can like filter them out.
That's fair enough. Yeah, because I suppose half of that as well is that you get to feel that connection yourself, not just the
Yes.
other way around. So
Mm.
is that important to you then moving forward, making sure that you can actually help these people, that they're a good fit for you as well as them obviously having some experience in the past?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Like one thing is to just take their money, but at this point, I'm in a spot where I only take on people that I want to help, that I want to work with. So I'm very
Love that.
fortunate when it comes to that. Yeah.
Yeah, very fortunate. But also, I think it just shows your good energy or your good attitude as well on the other side of it, because you don't just want to take people's money. You can help them, so you will help them, not
Yeah.
because they need the help, which is so
No,
important.
there's been instances where people are like, I really want to do this, but I would have to take up a loan to do this, and I'm like, we're not going to do that. Like, I'm going to give you a few things that you can do, and then if you make some money with it, you can come back to me later.
Nice. I like that.
Mm.
Again, a nice approach. It's just very honest from the get-go, which is so important nowadays.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then Andy, so like what are your plans moving forward with the company? So like what do the next 6 to 12 months have in store for you as you look to scale?
Oh, it's so exciting. So now I've been focusing on primarily the Norwegian market, which is very
Yeah.
small. Like we're 6 million people. So it's like, I don't know, maybe 2 to 4,000 coaches. Maybe 1,000 of those are actually
Oh,
qualified. And so now we're moving into the States. So we have started running ads. I've started with my personal brand in the States. And so just looking to expand to the point where I can have a team that can do the marketing, that can do all of the other things, basically. So I can just start building that life and
Nice.
that company.
Yeah, the life and the company. And then where are you finding the biggest challenge for yourself in taking that next step?
I think for me, it's a mindset thing. I think I have conquered the Norwegian market, and now the American market is very big. There's a lot of competition. People are very good. Production value is better. Results are better. So for me, it's a little bit scary to just jump into
Yeah.
it. I think that's my main thing. I know once I get into it, I'll be fine, but it's just that transition.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more noise in America. It's, as you say, one of those places where there's more than probably 1,000 coaches that need the help, which is an amazing thing because there's more room to grow,
Yeah.
but you do have to compete with a lot more people. Was there a specific reason that you chose America over maybe other like the UK or other parts of Europe beforehand?
No, the thing is that I grew up with watching series like Grey's Anatomy and Station 19 and these things, and I've always had this fascination with America and the
Yeah.
American dream and all of these things. I was like, that's where I want to go.
I think that was for most of us, right? Growing up.
Yeah.
Growing
Yeah, I
up in
think
Europe,
so.
we always used to watch American shows and it was like, that's the place I want to be. That's where
Right.
it's happening. And
Yeah.
for the plan to get rich and have your own business, I can see the attraction to
Yeah.
America. So obviously one of the ways you just mentioned there where you're looking to scale is by running ads in the States. Is
Yeah.
there any kind of other tactics or maybe other tips that you've had about scaling a business that you'd be open to sharing?
For people watching or for people like in my position?
Whatever you choose, I would maybe people listening and watching that are in your position as well would be amazing.
I think just getting out there, honestly, just sharing videos, even if it's just like a selfie walking video
Yeah.
of you, a lesson from life. It doesn't actually have to be anything related to business, but that just shows you as a person, your mindset, your energy, because that's where people connect, is the emotional part, not the logical part.
Yeah, that's so true. So being like authentic with what you're putting out there and then taking it from there.
Correct. Yeah.
Amazing. And then Andy, would you say there's any like any tools or resources that you recently implemented in the business that have been a big game changer to you?
The thing is, I like to say that I have goldfish memory. So it's like Google Calendar, ChatGPT, Claude AI, these things for sure. I use ChatGPT as like my personal assistant for each client. So it's
Yeah,
definitely that. Yeah.
so good. And again, to juggle those hats, it's such a big time saver as well, right? Just having that fake colleague around to help you out is always a good
Fake colleague, yeah.
thing. Fake colleague. And then Andy, there's one final question to you. So if you could go back in time, if you could go back to a younger self, and you could only leave yourself with one piece of advice moving forward, something you know now, but that you didn't know back then, what would you
Mm.
say to yourself?
Just continue. Just continue. Like it's gonna suck and you're gonna fail and people are gonna say this is never ever gonna work out. Just continue.
Just keep going. I love it.
Just keep going.
Beautiful.
The only
Just
way
keep
to
going.
fail is if you quit.
That's so true. And what a great way to end the podcast. But Andy, thank you so much for joining me today and for
It's a
sharing your
pleasure.
incredible. Where can our listeners reach out to work with you, connect with you, and just check out all the amazing work that you're doing at the moment?
My Instagram.
Instagram. Beautiful. And just Andy Arezzo on Instagram.
Yeah.
Perfect. And thank you again for joining us. And to
Yeah.
our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to subscribe to Founders Future via wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with one of our team and discover how we went from zero to $30 million per year in less than 3 years. But until then, keep on climbing and we will see you on the next one.